there, here is Christina from Changing Parenting. Did you ever hear someone tell you you should let them cry? If you go to them when they are crying, you're just going to spoil them. They are going to learn that, they just need to cry and they get your attention. And this is such a wrong way of thinking, right? And I want to explain why. So small children, and I'm specialized in ages 3 to 6, but even before that, and especially babies. So a child between the ages of 0 to 6, they really need this thing called secure attachment. They need to know that their needs are being met. They need to know that when they are in distress, there's someone there to help them. And the younger the child, the more they need this. So babies, for instance, will never cry to get, because they want to fool you, or because they are being misbehaved, or because they are trying to, like if you go to a crying baby, then they will always cry to get you. Yes, they will cry to get you because that's the way they communicate, but it's really important that you do go to them, because then they feel like their needs are being met, and this is really important for their brain development. And again, creating secure attachment means that children know that they are able to explore the world because someone is there to catch them if they fall. They are able to, they have someone to help them self-regulate. If they need help, if they are feeling sad, if they're feeling angry, they know that there is a net where they can fall on. And this is a really important thing, because when children don't have secure attachment in ages 0 to 6, they will grow up with really not healthy ways to deal with their emotions. So for instance, some children might just shut down and they just keep everything to themselves, and this leads later on to depression, anxieties, and things like that. Other children might just mindlessly react to their emotions, which means throwing toys on the floor, hitting other children. Other children might even practice some forms of self-soothing that are not healthy, like binge eating, or there's so many reasons why you should create a secure attachment in ages 3 to up to ages 6. So when your child is crying, you should definitely go to your child. What spoils a child is not to be soothed and not to have help self-regulating when they are feeling distressed. What spoils a child is when, for instance, when you are kind, but you are not also firm. So you need to be both kind and firm at the same time. This means, for instance, your child wants a chocolate and you say no, and your child cries. Spoiling your child would be being permissive, which means going to your child and be like, oh, don't cry, here is the chocolate, and giving your child the chocolate for crying. So here, this would be a wrong way of parenting, and this would create a spoiled child indeed, because the child learns that they are entitled to everything and that people will do anything they want, kind of like that, right? But this is not the same as helping your child self-regulate. The problem was not that you helped your child self-regulate, it was just that you helped your child self-regulate in the wrong way. So they learn that when they are distressed, they need to get something in order to feel good, which is not the way what you need to teach, right? You need to teach a healthy way to self-regulate. So if I am in distress because I want something that I cannot have, what is an appropriate way for me to deal with this? I need to take a few deep breaths. I need to have this self-compassion of being like, it's normal to want a chocolate because everyone wants a chocolate, right? Because it's so yummy. It's a really yummy thing to eat. And right now it's not the time to have a chocolate. So what can I do instead? Maybe I can choose a fruit for dessert, or maybe I can, do something else that is also fun right now. Like, for instance, jump up and down until we reach the car. So when your child is in distress, it's important that you teach your child what is an appropriate way to deal with that emotion, right? So if your child wants the chocolate and they are feeling really like, no, but I want it, which is a normal age-appropriate reaction. I specialize in ages 3 to 6. So in this age group, it's very normal that the child still doesn't have the tools for self-regulating. They still struggle a lot with impulse control. So they want the chocolate, and they are mindlessly reacting to their emotions by crying. And it's your job as a parent to teach them a healthy way to deal with their emotions, which means you go to them, you hug them, you empathize, and you say, oh, I can see you wanted the chocolate and you're sad. And that's normal to be sad. I also sometimes get sad because sometimes I also want things and I cannot have, and it's so hard. It's so hard sometimes. Do you want a hug? Let's hug a bit. Let's take a few deep breaths. What about you go and choose the fruit that you want for lunch? Anything you want. You can go and choose any fruit. You can give, for instance, choices to your child. Because in this age group, 3 to 6, children are developing this sense of self-control over their lives. They want to be in control of their lives. They want to make decisions about their lives. And one of the easiest way to stop a power struggle is to let your child have some power. And the way you do this is by, for instance, giving them, there's more ways, but one way would be to give them choices. And always remember that these are choices that need to be okay for you. So you would not say, choose any dessert you want. You would say, choose any fruit you want, because any fruit would be okay for you in this scenario. Any questions, let me know. And if you want more free resources, go out to changingparenting.com/free. Bye.